Welcome to our English learning video. I'm Ricardo, the founder of English Speeches, and I will be your virtual English tutor for this video. Today, we're analyzing an interview between Zane Lowe and Selena Gomez. We'll pause at key moments to teach you some useful English expressions and grammar. Selena is an American singer, actress, and producer who gained popularity through her role on the Disney Channel series Wizards of Waverly Place. She has since become a successful pop star and an influential figure in the entertainment industry. In this lesson, we'll concentrate on some essential English expressions, grammar, and vocabulary such as phrasal verbs, present perfect tense, metaphors, and compound nouns. So, let's dive in and improve our English skills together.
You said it happened by accident. You said the songs just, I guess, got finished, and in this day and age, why hold on to them?
I had been working on the album for 4 years. I didn't want to release anything that was mine just because I didn't feel like it was the right timing. I learned a lot from the last album, and I wanted to take what I've learned and turn it into something even better. And I'm glad I did, because this year, everything kind of just started pouring out of me. I started saying things in a way that I've never been able to articulate them before. So it was actually exactly when it needed to happen. Like I told you earlier, we shot the videos just a week ago, and that's really unheard of.
What got you to a place where you could start to tell your truth?
In this segment, Zane asks Selena, "What got you to a place where you could start to tell your truth?" The phrasal verb to get to means to arrive at or to reach. In this context, Zane is asking what helped Selena reach a point where she could be honest in her music. For example, she got to the top of the mountain by climbing every day.
I've been in therapy for years. I've also taken breaks and gone places to recollect my thoughts and my emotions and my well-being. But I've always been pretty transparent about what I've gone through. I just choose how I'm going to do it, because it would be inauthentic for me to just not say what I felt in the beginning of the year or last year, or it just wouldn't seem real to me.
Lose You to Love Me right here. Beautiful video. If you haven't seen it, you must go do it. All shot on iPhone. We're proud to play a part in that. Shouts to David Taylor and the whole crew. Yeah, it's a beautiful, honest piece of music. And I wonder what your relationship is like when you're writing a song like that, knowing that the kind of human being that you are, with the level of passion that you instill in your fan base, and also the level of attention that comes with that. If that ever affects your creative process, I know you try to block it out, but does it sneak itself in?
I mean, I spent years living in fear of speaking up or saying things, and I guess that's just the people pleaser in me.
Selena says, "I've spent years living in fear of speaking up or saying things, and I guess that's just the people pleaser in me." The term people pleaser is a compound noun used to describe someone who always wants to make others happy, often at their own expense. Notice the use of the present perfect tense, I've spent, to describe a past action with a connection to the present. Another example, she's traveled to many countries in her lifetime.
We spoke a little bit about some of the artists and the music that moved you when you were younger, and you mentioned some real timeless influences, Brad, Fleetwood Mac. How does a young artist or young person who loves that kind of music find themselves in this whirlwind of fast-paced pop culture?
In this part, Zane asks, how does a young artist or young person who loves that kind of music find themselves in this whirlwind of fast-paced pop culture? The word whirlwind is a metaphor for a hectic, rapidly changing environment. Additionally, the verb to find oneself is used to describe discovering or realizing one's position or situation. For example, he found himself lost in the big city.
I remember I wanted to be like Paramore at one point. I thought, this is my lane. I feel it. That lasted about 3 months.
We're big Paramore fans here.
I literally love her.
So I guess we should focus on that song, Look at Her Now. I mean, that really is that's a moment of absolute self-empowerment. You need to know who you are at that moment in time to make that song believable.
Yeah, it just got weird. It just got really complicated.
Selena mentions, I just got really complicated. The verb to get is used here to describe a change in state, becoming more complex or difficult to understand. Notice the use of the past simple tense to express a past action that happened at a specific point in time. Another example, he got tired after running for an hour.
I'm going to play you something right now, which I think is going to qualify that. No, this is good. So I'm going to take my mics down for the purposes of edit, and then we'll reflect in a second. But you know this voice.
It's the best thing she's ever done. She came over, she played me the video. It's just, I'm so proud of her. She's been through so much. I've watched so much happen in her life and had a front row seat to so much. And I'm so proud of her. I'm really excited because when somebody has had great life experience, has had, you know, really tough things they've had to go through, and they can process that and make art that's going to help other people, that's what kind of song this is. I'm stoked.
Taylor. No, that was very sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've known each other for a long time.
Yeah, about 13 years.
The challenge and the triumphs of sharing these things with friends.
Right.
I mean, without them, where do we go?
I don't know.
And
I really don't.
what kind of friend has she been to you through those times?
Amazing. For sure. She was frustrated when I was frustrated. She was sad when I was sad. But more than anything, my friends stood by my side. When I think they visibly saw me in so much pain. And they didn't want it for me, but sorry.
Oh, no, it's...
They never stopped loving me.
In this emotional moment, Selena says, "They never stopped loving me." The use of the negative adverb never in combination with the past simple verb stopped emphasizes that her friend's love was continuous throughout the difficult times she faced. Another example, she never gave up on her dreams, no matter how hard it got.
And I played her the song, and I played it with her mom and dad. And I showed her the video, and her mom and Taylor started crying. And it wasn't because the song was emotional. It was just because the first thing they said to me was, "We're so happy that you're here."
Yeah.
After seeing all of that,
Yeah.
this is such a cool moment. And that's a huge thing for me. So down to my friends back home, my family, my papa crying, saying, I hate that you went through what you went through. It breaks my heart, but I'm so proud of you. So
This is real life stuff. So much of what you go through as a person ends up in these 3-4 minute songs.
Yeah.
And we forget the journey that takes you there and what
True.
it takes to get to a point where that piece of music matters to you enough to share it.
In this segment, Zane uses the phrasal verb to get to again, which means to arrive at or to reach. He's asking Selena what it takes for her to reach a point where a piece of music becomes meaningful enough to share with others. This phrasal verb is versatile and can be used in various contexts. For example, "I need to get to work by 9 a.m., or "she finally got to the top of the mountain after hours of climbing."
yeah, that's the topics I'm interested in. You know, I have another song that's strictly about vulnerability. And that was a version of me actually having fun with it. Saying I could be knocked down repeatedly, but I'm never gonna not be vulnerable. And, you know, I always say this, you know, one of the worst moments of my life ended up being the biggest blessing that I've ever had. I was set free. And I think even from stuff that I had
Is
been
it wrong for me to
experiencing.
ask what that was?
I mean, but here's the thing. It's not anything like we're gonna dissect. It's more my life. It's more actually working since I was 7, being away from my family, moving from Texas to here, experiencing fame, being awkward because you're growing up.
In this part, Selena uses the verb to dissect metaphorically to mean analyzing or examining something in detail. She's saying that her experiences aren't just things to be analyzed. They're her life. This metaphor demonstrates how language can be used creatively to convey ideas and emotions. Metaphors are figures of speech where a word or phrase is applied to an object or action to which it's not literally applicable. For example, "the world is your oyster," or "her words cut deeper than a knife." Thank you for watching our English learning video. We hope you found these explanations helpful. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. If you want to watch the full interview, you can find the link in the description below. Keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next lesson.